So today what we're going to talk about is the arm drag. First off, what is the arm drag? It starts off with my training partner Stefan placing his hand here on my chest. From here my hand goes on the inside and I do this karate block right here, and my hand goes to the wrist. My other hand then goes to the shoulder. Now do you see how my hand pushes his hand across my belly button? This is imperative so that his hand, as I drag his arm across, doesn't get stuck on my torso. I need to push this right across my belly button. From here, I'm going to pull my shoulder to his shoulder. I'm going to step at the exact same time. The key thing is I'm trying to get Stefan to turn his shoulders. So in order to do that, I want to grab up high here on his shoulder, up high on his upper arm, up high on his humerus, as opposed to going low here on the elbow. So once again, grabbing up high here, pushing the arm across my belly button, pulling shoulder to shoulder. Now, this is relatively simple. So once again, hand on the shoulder. Here, you see how I karate block to attain the wrist. From here, my opposite hand grabs the opposite shoulder like this. I push this across the belly button, and then I pull shoulder to shoulder as I step. Now, that's relatively simple. What we need is a drill to make that come alive. The drill that I like to do is a pummeling drill. Now, typically it's done with over-under pummeling. We're going to start off with just one side. You see how he's going to go and pummel in with an underhook, and then I go with an underhook like this here. And so we go back and forth. Sometimes it's done with both sides. You see how we have an over and then an under on this side. You see how I'm just going to swim in as Stefan swims in. Right? So an over-under pummeling here, just like so. We're going to go and just going to isolate the one side here. Just so Stefan's going to come in with an underhook, and I'm going to go with an underhook. So we're just going to do the one side. We're going to marry this with bicep pummeling. So see how I have inside bicep control. I'm just putting my hands here on his biceps. He's going to swim on the inside and check my bicep, and then do it again on this side. This is what I call bicep pummeling. So we're just going to pummel here on the bicep, here like this. All right. Now we're going to go back to the original drill where we're just over-undering pummeling on the one side. So he brings his hand on the inside. I bring my hand here on the inside, like that. From here, guys, we're going to put here, this hand here. So this side is going to do bicep pummeling as this side does over-under pummeling. See how Stefan swims in for the inside bicep? See how he swims in for the underhook? I'm going to swim in for the underhook and the inside line for the bicep. And we just keep circling forth here like this. Now, from here, everybody look here on the hand that's grabbing onto the bicep. As Stefan and I do this drill, swim in again, please. You see how instead of going for the bicep, I'm going to go for the wrist here like this. Instead of swimming in for this side, I'm going to swim in for this side of the shoulder. So let's do this at speed. So from here, the bicep pummel and the over-under pummel. We're just going to pummel back and forth. See how I go for the wrist and then the shoulder on the other side to attain the arm drag. One more time. Here, so I'm going here for the bicep. Stefan's here going for the underhook. So I'm going for the bicep, but now I go for the wrist. As I go for the wrist, you see how I swim this hand to this shoulder, punch the arm across, grab onto the shoulder, pull shoulder to shoulder here to get the back. So one more time here, controlling here, going for the bicep. See my hand that goes for the bicep, goes for the wrist, and then the opposite shoulder. Okay, so doing the drill once again, you see I have the bicep here and the over-under. Right there. And see, we're just swimming. I'm always swimming for the underhook and I'm always swimming for the bicep control. So as we're doing this, the most important thing, as opposed to doing just the drill, and stuff is just going to keep on going here as I talk, as opposed to just doing the drill, it's all about the timing. As I go for the wrist, you see how this hand here goes from this shoulder to this shoulder. Here, and I punch this arm across, and then I'm going to pull my shoulder to shoulder to get the back like this. And once I have this back, what I like to do is I like to hook right here. I just like to sit down in order to attain the back and go for the takedown. Now, we're not really going to address too many attacks from the position, but I just want everybody to understand that once we get here, this is a very good attacking position to have, very good for offensive techniques, right?